Basically, DevOps is not a tool or a job role, but a culture where the engineers practice the best methods and use a combination of tools to achieve speed and quality for delivering applications and services. After all, the entire IT infrastructure is for serving some applications, and it is a combined effort from different teams like developers, QA engineers, system administrator, network engineers, database administrators, storage administrators, and many more unsung heroes. With the introduction of so many tools, most of them are open source, and methodologies, organizations started adapting DevOps culture in a rapid manner, and the demand for skilled engineers also increased. If you are watching our videos for the first time, my name is Gineesh. If you think our videos are useful, please subscribe to this YouTube channel to get all the latest videos. How can I become a DevOps engineer? Again, there is no such fixed skill set or syllabus for a DevOps engineer in reality, at least as of my understanding. Some of the DevOps roles are more inclined to the developer skills like programming, automation, etc. But some other DevOps roles need knowledge in system engineering, network operations, security, and so on. As I mentioned in the first place, DevOps is a combination of skill sets and culture. It requires collaboration and cross-communication continuously, but there are some important skills you need to achieve to start your career in DevOps track. Pro tip: how to find the skills needed for a DevOps engineer? If you ask me, it's very simple. Find DevOps engineer job listing, then check the job description or the JD and required skills from multiple job postings. You will find the very common items and target those items. Other non-common items consider specialization or the area of expertise. Anyway, here is a list you can refer to as a starter and add whatever you missed or we missed in the comment box. Okay, so the first one, and this is the important thing, learn Linux operating system and the basic usage. As you know, most of the latest tools are widely available for Linux platforms compared to Windows, and Linux became the favorite choice for organizations, and you should know how to handle a Linux operating system. It can be any flavor based on organization's policy and choice, but understand the operating system core concepts. Okay, I'm not saying that no one is using Windows for their DevOps tasks, but the tools are mostly running on Linux and some are only available for Linux, like Ansible. So understand how operating system works, then understand how to access the Linux machines like SSH and other methods. Then learn to use the text editors in Linux like Vim, Nano, etc. Then learn basic operating system operations like deploy operating system, configure the services, user and group management, file management, yeah, all those things. Then also learn package deployment and updates. Okay, tip: if you are using a Windows workstation or laptop, then install and switch to a Linux operating system like Ubuntu, Fedora, CentOS. You choose it for your day-to-day work. So you switch to the Linux. You will automatically learn how to manage the OS operations, including the file management, package management, and editing of files, etc. Yeah, good, right? Then second one is understand networking concepts. What should I do with the networking as a DevOps engineer? Well, one of the important concepts of DevOps is to give the freedom for engineers or developers to manage their applications end to end. You don't need to wait for a network engineer to provision or configure the connection or route for you. You should be able to understand and use the platform to deploy your application, including the network part. So try to learn networking protocols and learn how DHCP, DNS, all those things are working. Then you learn the basics of switching, routing, subnet, yeah, all those things. So yeah, that will be enough for the basic or starting. Then the third one is learn virtualization and the cloud. This is the era of virtualization and containerization, right? And as a DevOps engineer or as a DevOps practitioner, you should know the basics and usage of virtualization softwares. Most of the time, we need a POC or test environment to learn or test some new tools or features. Like you want to try a new version of the operating system or new version of an application. And the easiest way is to use a virtual machine which is immutable and you can create or delete anytime. Tools like VirtualBox made our life so easy by providing the free virtualization softwares which we can run on our workstation or laptops. And also thanks to public cloud providers, as most of them offer free or trial versions by which you can access the public cloud for free and start practicing. So understand the basics of virtualization, how it's working, etc. Then learn the VirtualBox and Vagrant. Then learn core concepts of cloud computing and public cloud. And also learn about cloud instances, virtual private network or VPN, identity and access management or IAM, etc. Also practice at least one public cloud and get certified like AWS, Azure or GCP. Try AWS, Google Cloud Platform or Microsoft Azure for testing, like use the free credits or trial versions and use it. Fourth one, learn source code management and version control systems. Since the application source code and configurations are handled by multiple engineers, there will be multiple copies of configurations and files, and it is important to keep track of these changes so that at any point of time we should be able to switch to an older version. Hence, the version control system were introduced. Organizations are using different tools for SCM and VCS, and it is important for you to learn the concepts and operations. So understand Git and how to use Git. Understand different Git providers and local options like GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket, etc. Learn to install local Git servers of your choice. Use virtual machines or containers. I have mentioned a simple article to deploy a Git server using Gox. Please see the video description for that link. And the fifth one is like you learn how application works. Wait, I am not a programmer and how I can do this? Okay, doesn't really matter. You need to understand the concepts of software development and the best practices. Skip this point if you are already a programmer. So you try to learn any language if possible, like Python, Go, Java, etc. And also OS scripting like Bash, PowerShell, etc. Not all, at least few. Then learn how web servers work. So just try with Apache, Nginx, and try to install, configure, and play with the different configurations. Also learn the basics of database just to install and configure for basic usages. You don't need to be a subject matter or expert or SME. And also learn about automated testing and QA methods in software development. And the sixth one is learn security basics actually. Okay, I don't need to explain about the importance of security in IT and application infrastructure. Because of the increasing amount of cyber attacks and threats around, security plays the key role in application and entire IT infrastructure. So understand the basics of application security and learn about the firewalls, web application firewalls, then load balancers, all those things. Then you understand the in-transit and in-rest security options, and also learn the encryption methods, SSL, TLS options, all those things. And 7 is one of the important one. Learn containers and Kubernetes. Containers are the default platform for applications now because of easiness, portability, and wider support. You need to learn how containers are working and how you can containerize an application. Install Docker and other tools on your workstation and start practicing today. So learn Docker, Podman, Scopio, Builder like tools, and learn Kubernetes and take certification if possible. So you just try to deploy Kubernetes and practice on it, then only you will understand the core concept with full hands-on. And if you are ready for more, okay, learn OpenShift. Okay, And eighth one, learn automation and infrastructure as code. Automation is the key for DevOps methodologies. You need to automate whatever possible task which you are doing now manually. It can be provisioning of infrastructure, creating a VPC or subnet, creating a cluster or container, installing packages, deploying applications, doing QA testing, and more. And when you integrate the automation with other tools, the entire DevOps workflow will be completed. So learn how configuration management works. Then try to learn tools like Ansible Tower or AWS or Puppet, Chef, whatever your choice. Then also learn infrastructure as a code like IAC, and try to learn Terraform and get certified. Ninth one is something serious on the DevOps topic. You learn continuous integration and continuous delivery, or CI/CD concepts. Developers push the code to a repository and you get the latest version of the application on production. It is not a dream anymore. With CI/CD and automation tools, organizations are pushing multiple versions of an application in a single day with almost all automated. Again, automation will not destroy your job opportunities. Organizations still need engineers to automate things, right? So learn the difference between waterfall and agile methodologies. Then learn how pipelines are working, like pushing the code, packing the application, building container images, then running multiple tests, pushing to production, all those steps. Then you learn the CI/CD tools like Jenkins, GitLab pipelines, GitHub Actions, Bamboo. Install and test basic CI/CD tools and pipelines. So then only you will get hands-on and the real understanding. Also learn the tools like Jira, Trello, GitHub project boards for agile methodologies. Actually, these free versions are enough to start learning. And the last but not least, okay, now you have your infrastructure and application ready and users are using it. What if something goes wrong? Yes, we need to learn how to monitor our application and infrastructure, and this task may assign to you as a DevOps engineer. So learn monitoring and log collection concepts, set up and practice tools like Elastic, ELK or EFK, then the Prometheus, Fluentd, Grafana, Influxd, Data, all those things. Also learn the service mesh and how to use it. Okay, and this is not the complete list, and also you don't need to learn all these technologies. Plan your learning path based on your current skill set. For example, if you are a developer, try to learn more on infrastructure and or operations. If you are a system engineer, then learn about the application workflow and how to deploy applications. I hope you have some idea now, and that's all for this video. And please like the video and ask in the comment box if you have any questions, and dislike the video if you think the video is not good. Also consider subscribing to this YouTube channel for getting latest videos. See you next time with another video. All the best and thank you.